coming.
Right, so we're going to break down 3 different types of jabs. So, first jab. This is regarding that you should already know your boxing stance and now if you're southpaw or orthodox. So, fast forward in the basics, we're just going straight on to 3 basic jabs. So the first one would be into your boxing stance. You've got your hand just in front of your eyes, just below your eye level, so you can still sort of see your opponent. And you're just bringing your jab out and back to your face. Jab out, back to your face. Jab out, back to your face. Jab out, back to your face. Yeah, it's keeping nice and relaxed. A bit faster. You've got your elbow in as well. Bringing your elbow back. Turning your hand over, elbow back in. And again. Keeping them shoulders relaxed as well, that is key. Keeping your chin down. Jab 2 is a bit like the Robin Reed, Carl Froch sort of jab. You got your arm down, almost down to your waist, and you're coming up from your punch. Yeah, it's travelling upwards, this one. You got your defence nice and tight like normal, and your hands a bit lower. You've got your chin always tucked into your shoulders. This is quite important that you always have your shoulders tucked in. I like to have my shoulder just a little bit, sometimes a little bit in front of my chin as well, just in case I need to roll the shot. But this jab is just basically coming down from here. So it's just bam, whoosh, whoosh. It's just bam, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Yeah. So you got some good things about this jab and some bad things. Good things is it comes out a lot faster than the other jab, and it's a little bit harder to see. Obviously the bad things, if you throw it too often and you're keeping your left hand down, you are open for that, that counter shot. So that's why I always say keep your chin down and make sure you got your eyes up and your shoulder just in front of your chin a little bit, just in case you need to roll that shot or turn into it. Okay, so that's number 2. So number 3 jab, yeah? Number 3. So you got your same sort of defence. Now this jab's floating around quite a bit in front of your face. You can sort of use it to try and hypnotise your opponent, give your opponent something to sort of look at. So you're keeping it a bit away from your guard. And you're just playing around with it, and it's bam, there. Bam, there. Bam, there. Bam, there. Bam, there. So this jab hasn't got as far to travel, yeah? Because it's already out there. So it only got a little bit more distance to travel. Yeah, again, you've got some good points and bad points about this one. Bad points are that you are leaving yourself open again for that shot. Good points that it's coming out a bit faster, don't have as far to travel, and it can also give the guy a bit something to a little bit confuse your opponent maybe if you're moving your hands around a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to run through all 3 jabs again. Just going to run them through quickly, and then I'm going to go into the bag and then demonstrate them on the bag as well. Okay, so first jab, hands nice and tight, elbows in, eyes down, eyes up, chin down. This jab, just bringing it out, straight back to your face. Yeah, next jab, a bit more elusive, shoulders nice and relaxed. Chin down, shoulder in. In case you need to roll a shot, roll the right hand. Dish. 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 Next jab. Hand out in front of you. Dish. 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 So, we're going to bags and I'm going to show you these on the bag as well now. Back to the left jab, the first left jab, number 1. Yeah. This hand nice and tight, chin down. This hand just in front of your face, just below your nose line, eye line, so you can sort of see what's coming at you. And you're just turning, yeah? Turning, back to your face. Turning, back to your face, elbow in. So again, keep them shoulders nice and relaxed. Now chin down. Watch, turning your hand over, do not forget. Turn your hand over, back to your face. Relax them shoulders. Hand over, back to your face. Okay, next jab, number 2. Here's the one what's going to be coming from lower down. Yet again, chin down, eyes up. This hand protecting your jaw, shoulder here, a little bit turned in. And all you're doing, bam, bam. Look how it's travelling from here to there. As you're going up a bit more, you're sort of pushing forward. So, okay, number 2 that was. Number 3 is going to be the one where you put it out in front of the face a little bit. Trying to distract the guy, you're trying to hypnotise him a little bit with this jab, you know, keeping your chin nice and tight, down, your hands nice and high, and then you're just throwing it out. We haven't got a long way to travel this one. Okay, so there are your 3 jabs again. So I'm going to, okay, so just going to do a couple of minute round. I'm going to start off with a nice tight guard, yeah, nice and high. Okay, I'm going to switch a little bit now. And switch again. Okay, so let me show you a double jab. So watch. Yeah? In your boxing stance, I've already gone through this on the basics of the boxing on one of my other videos where you can have a look at. So you know your boxing stance, you know your, how your feet should be set, how your hands should be up, how your elbow should be, and how your chin should be. So double jab is the left jab, turn the hand over. Now you're just bringing it back halfway, or not even halfway, maybe a quarter of a way, and then you're going back again. So watch. Boom, bam. Yeah? Bam, bam. All the way out, a little bit back in, and then back again. The reason why I don't like to bring it all the way back, like that, like 2 jabs, just because then the opponent will see it coming a lot more, you know. Wants to be a double jab for a reason. Normally do your double jab to line them up with something else, you know, like a right hand or a hook or whatever you're throwing. So it's bang, bang. Yeah, then you come in with your main shot. Okay, so double jab on the bag. Let's go slowly again. Bang, got your first one in, bringing it back. Push, second one, yeah? Hands nice and tight, elbows in, chin down, jab. Just bring it back, bang, and again. You want to be pushing forward a little bit with your second jab. I can't do too much because of my foot, but I'll just briefly show you again. So, jab, jab. So, jab, jab. Jab, jab. So, when you see, so it's bang, connect, pull it back a little bit, and then drive through again. And then you can come back with something else. Push, push. Push, push. Okay, so that's your jabbing. That's your, you know, your basic 3 jabs. You can mix and match them as you go along. You've got your double jab there, single jab. You've got your jab what comes down from bottom, and then you've got your jab what comes out in front. So different ways. So just practice them. You know, practice all 3 of them. You know, there's pros and cons for each one. Everyone's got different styles, so just see what's best for you and see how you feel. You know, how you feel comfortable with, and give them a try. And if they fit you or suit you, then maybe that's, you know, the way you should be throwing your jab. But only you'll know that, you know, when you're practicing and sparring and stuff. So there's no, you know, there's a right way and there's no right way, no wrong way. I don't think, you know, in boxing, you know, styles have gone all different now as times have gone on. So it's one important thing I'll do now as soon as I finish my workout. First thing I will do would be hydrate. I've just sweated and sweated for the last hour. I've depleted my body from certain minerals and magnesium, sodium, potassium, all these sort of things I've sweated out of my body, so I want to put them back into my body now. So I'm going to have a good, top quality electrolyte drink. Not one with packed with sugar, a high quality one. It's going to have a certain amount of magnesium, potassium and sodium, what your body needs after a workout. This will prevent cramps, muscle spasms, being dehydrated and so on. So this is what I have in here, a 2 litre bottle of water, mineral water added with my added electrolytes. I've been sipping this through my workout, but the main thing is now to get a good litre of this down me straight after my workout. It's going to hydrate me and, like you say, put the minerals back into my body. So basically, hydrate. After a hard cardio session, hydrate number 1 first. Before you do anything, before you eat any protein, before you eat any carbs, hydrate. A good litre of water, 1 litre of water's a good margin to start with. I'm just sipping. These are a cast iron bottle. You can get these off Amazon, about 30 quid. You keep the water cold and also stops any like plastics or anything like what might, you know, contaminate your water if you had it in a different bottle source. So I recommend these cast iron drinking bottles. Also the lids, you have 3 or 4 different lids, and you can drink the water a lot quicker on certain lids, you know. So it's not feeling like you're just drinking it out of a bottle. Right, so I've drank my litre of water, I'm hydrated to a certain extent. I want to get some fast acting carbs into my body. These pineapple, the fruit, dried pineapple, great source of fast acting carbohydrates, plenty of sugars, what's going to replace your energy, replace that lost glycogen, what you've just taken out of your body. Bananas, quite high in sugar again. Dates, satanas, jasmine rice, all these sort of things are great to have straight after a workout. These are like fast acting carbohydrates, what are going to get into your system pretty fast, and they're going to restore your lost glycogen levels. What's going to be basically the energy that you've taken out of your body. These sugars and these real fast absorbing carbs are going to give your body a big spike and basically replace what you've just taken out of your training session. You know, you depleted a lot of your energy. You ran out of, you know, you're running out of petrol now. So you're just whacking some real fast petrol back in your body. It's going to give you a good little boost. It's going to help you with your recovery, and then it's going to also help you just so you get to your next meal. What will then be a good protein meal with some starchy carbs and some fats and some fibre. You know. So for me, some dried pineapple here. I'd only eat this after a workout. I won't be eating this at night time. It's going to be putting my blood sugar levels through the roof and just storing body fat. Called food timing. Feed your body when your body needs it at the right time, and then your body will do something different to every bit of food that you put in your body if you're putting it in at the right time. Depending on the length of your workout, will be depending normally how much carbs you might eat. I say about 80 to 100 grams or 50 to 100 grams. 50 grams if you've done a light workout, maybe 100 grams if you worked hard and you feel like you use a lot of energy, a lot of petrol in your tank, you know what I mean? So you can quite easily weigh out 3 or 4 dates, or look on back of the packet and see how many carbs 3 dates will contain. You could do the same with the pineapple, or fresh pineapple, or weigh a banana and then work it out like that. And some little mini bananas. We're in Thailand at the moment, so they have these little tiny bananas. I think they're a lot better than the big ones. And they're slightly different colour as well when you bite in the middle of them. Seem more natural. It's now, since the age of like 15, 16, 45 now, so yeah, time's gone fast. Plenty of experience, so I'll pass it on to you guys. Okay, God bless.